T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
Am I hosting?
We literally had this conversation.
I must have forgot. Well, what's up, everybody? Is of course, you saw Shakers, Drian Santana, and of course Nikki Bougie in the building tonight for Impact Wrestling, the post show. It's kind of weird when me hosting Impact when this is Nikki Sanctuary. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. How are you, Nikki?
I'm good. Fresh off work, so just I'm here. Good show. It was a really good show. No Trey, but
Yeah. No schedule. There's a few people that were missing from the show tonight. But I mean, you were there. So you got to see the action in person. So I mean, is it weird watching on TV versus watching it live at the shows?
It's actually, I'm not gonna say better, but you do see a lot more. So when you're at the shows, you get strictly wrestling, right? You don't get any of the behind the scenes stuff unless it's like a live show. So I went back and I watched Gianna and Rosemary live. I watched it tonight, but then I went and I watched it again because I just feel like there's different aspects. Like they didn't take a commercial during that entire match.
No, weird.
Which was weird. And then even with like the one thing that I like about going to the live show is that you see the entire match. So you don't cut to commercials, but you don't get the backstage Gia Miller, you don't get to see any of the interviews and stuff. So you get a match like
on the screen, like
they don't put anything. No, you get video packages. Wow. You get video packages and that's it. And then like I remember like Giselle faced Rosemary and I had no idea why, right? And then Madison Rain and Mia Yim, I was there for that for next week. Yeah, I had no idea why until I watched the show. So I had to. You don't get the story until you actually watch because you can't hear commentary either unless you're just close. So you don't get you don't even know. And I know there was a qualifying match one time. And I didn't even know that it was a qualifying match because it wasn't announced. It was literally just, I think it was like, I don't know if it was Ace Austin's qualifying match, but it was somebody. And I had no idea until I watched it. So I love the shows, but I can't not watch. Like I still need to watch because there's so much that I feel like you miss out on, and they fast forward a lot of things. They really do.
I believe it. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's move this out of the way. So, of course, we had Brian Myers, who is currently holding the Digital Media Champion, versus Black Taurus, with Crazy Steve out there.
Mhm.
This was a very good match. I mean, Black Taru's really, and let me know if I'm cutting out because my Wi-Fi thing is going crazy. But Black Taru's really showed his ass off at the Ric Flair's last match, which I think he shows off in every match that he's a part of. And I mean, Brian Myers, he's an interesting person. I will say that. It's just still kind of weird he's holding this title and Matt Cardona isn't. Don't you think? Like, it just feels kind of weird. But nonetheless, this was a really good match. Brian Myers ended up picking up the win. But you know, I think Brian has some people behind him. Honestly, like a Heat, you know, ringing around somewhere. And then even what's his name, Bhupinder, had some issues with Brian Myers. Of course, last week we did see Bhupinder, Brian Myers backstage, and he was just like, he was really dogging that man, you know. And you know, of course, Black Taurus and Crazy Steve popped up and was like, you know what? Here I am. I wanna challenge you for your belt, and then Brian Myers put on the title, and he didn't win it anyway. So I mean, what do you think is next for Brian Myers? I mean, who do you think can defeat this man for this title? I mean, he's been holding it, carrying it, and everything.
Eventually, I do think that Matt Cardona is going to come back for his title. Mm-hmm. And when I say come back, I mean it in a way of it's really crazy how everything went. Mm-hmm. And Brian did win the title. Mm-hmm. Like I said he would. And it sucks because it made Rich Swann a transitional champion. Yeah. But I think Matt Cardona's coming back for his title. And I think I'm gonna be honest, I think Brian Myers is just gonna hand it over, to be honest.
You think?
I think so. I think he's just gonna give it, and I think then Matt Cardona's gonna kick him out of the whole allegiance. And I think we're gonna see I think Matt Cardona's gonna bring back VSK, and that's going to kind of be a thing. And I think VSK is going to go after, and I could be wrong about this, but I actually think he's going to be the one to beat Speedball for the X Division Championship. I really do. I love VSK. I think he's a great talent. I think he's slept on. He's had some great matches in Impact and other promotions as well. But I think that when Matt Cardona comes back, it's going to be hell to pay for Mr. Myers. I really do.
Man, you carrying the title that your partner is can't carry anymore because he's quote unquote injured. But he didn't seem too injured when he was out there beating up on Josh Alexander and what was his name? Was it Jacob Fatu? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jacob. Oh, you mean for Ric Flair's last match?
He didn't look too injured to me, but
that was definitely that was the highlight of my night.
It was.
100%.
Franchise, welcome to the chat. Franchise.
Hey.
He said if option C returns, no way VSK takes their belt.
Listen, y'all sleep. Don't sleep.
He has no faith in VSK.
No one does. Listen. I think VSK is like the QT Marshall of Impact.
And not too many people care for QT Marshall.
Not too many people care.
But he's a great wrestler, a great talent. I will say that.
He definitely is. Some
people that I'm tired of seeing is, of course, Violent by Design, as always. And the Alan Jacksons and what's his name? Duran, one of them. His name is Diener, right? Diener. Okay. I always mess up his name because it's just stupid. Franchise says no, not right now, but in the future, maybe in regards to VSK. Well, we'll figure it out. But Violent by Design had a tag match against Motor City Machine Guns, which I thoroughly enjoy singing their theme song live every time I get to see them wrestle in person and even watch them on TV. This match wasn't really that long. Mm-mm. It was good, but it wasn't that long.
Motor City.
You have to understand, Franchise. This Alan Jackson thing.
I started this.
Nikki did start this. And we found a picture of Alan Jackson and put him on the screen, and this is all that we see. Every chance we get, this is what we see.
I literally said he looks like Alan Jackson. And he does. He does.
He really does. You have absolutely no idea. Hi, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
You have no idea. Every time
He
I see
does.
him, he's lost.
And
his
I don't
name.
even know, y'all. I don't even know if Santana even know who the hell Alan Jackson was.
I did not. I never
And
even
when
heard
I
of him
kept
ever.
saying it, he was like, "Hold on, I'm about to Google. I'm about to see
Jackson.
what's going on."
Google that man, put up a picture. I was like, you know what? He needs to change his name to Alan Jackson.
He does.
That's
He does.
all I see.
I think the same way I think the same way I think Trump ran his presidency
Oh my god.
based on JBL. I think that Joe Doran runs his whole impact, era based upon Alan Jackson.
But what was Alan Jackson like? Does
He
have
was a nice wholesome country music star though. He wasn't as like disruptive as Joe Doran, but I think it's more so like
it's like his evil twin or something. Like
yeah.
the other side of Alan Jackson, the dark side
I
of Alan.
guarantee you, if you ask this man his top 5, I guarantee you that Alan Jackson is on that fucking list.
If we ever run into Joe Doran,
I have, but I got in my car. I just left.
we gotta ask him. So, are you familiar with Alan Jackson?
No, he's familiar is a stretch. That man definitely got that man on vinyl. Like
Oh God,
there's no way.
Not the old record players.
I feel like he has an 8-track of Alan Jackson.
He already got a poster of his man in his room. Is like, I am your savior.
Like Dexter.
Yes, I have failed you. But yeah, so they had this match. It was pretty short, and Motor City. It's difficult. It's too.
I do this every time. Motor City Machine Gun every time.
Shelly and Saban won the match.
There we go.
They won the match. Franchise said that he might. Nikki. Franchise said he might have to ask him the next time he see him. Please do and give us the feedback.
Yeah, we want to know.
I need to know. I need to know. Does he know who Alan Jackson is? I feel like he probably looks at himself and think that this is me. But obviously, Violent by Design was not happy at the fact that they lost tonight, and they proceeded to attack Saban and Shelly after the match. And of course, Kushida comes out to save the day once again. But Eric Young, who has seemed to be having some issues with Diener and Joe, he's not really been happy with them and not really happy with the direction. But Violent by Design ended up standing up tall. And once again, I am sick and tired of seeing these people on my screen.
Would you be happy if you were Eric Young?
If I had to wake up and look like Eric Young,
ask the chat.
Would you? I would not want to look like that man.
Ask the audience.
Audience, would you be happy if you woke up looking like Eric Young?
Just being Eric Young as a whole.
Just being Eric Young. He looks like a great value Dominic Toretto. No lie. A little bald head.
Who was that?
Vin Diesel.
Oh my God. You have lost your mind.
I'm just saying. Like, no. He's a cool guy though. Oh, franchise. You have failed me and disappointed me. And I think Nikki is frozen right now, but you've disappointed me, franchise. You know, he can be a cool dude, but would you want to wake up looking like him every day or just being Eric Young? Would you want to wake up being that man? I don't think I would. I definitely would not. I don't think anybody should want to wake up being Eric Young. And Nikki is back. See what happened when we talk about Eric Young. We got Alan Jackson over here. We got Joe Dirt over here in the back. Well, Colt Dirt, whatever, in the back beating up
Cody D. I thought this man's name was John for forever. Kind of found out this man's name is Cody Diener. I thought it was.
I never hear them call him like Cody.
No, they just say Diener. I think they say Diener and Joe Dorn.
Yeah, Joe Dirt back there in the background.
Joe Dirt is great.
Stepping on Savior
Wasn't
right
it
now.
Limp Bizkit?
Lil Biscuit.
Or-
Are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking for clarification purposes.
What? Limp Biscuit?
Wasn't he Joe Dirt? Didn't he use that?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen. Listen, I haven't watched it. Joe Dirt was one of my favorite movies, but I have not watched that movie in a long time. But
I don't know why I thought Limp Bizkit went by Joe Dirt.
it might have. I might have to watch it. Have you ever seen Joe Dirt?
The movie, no.
Oh God, you gotta watch it. It's amazing.
No. No.
It's one of the funniest trailer park movies, hillbilly style, that I ever heard and watched in my entire life. Yes, Joe Dirt, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Dirt is in the building. I promise you. This man come out with a mullet next week. I want to lose it. I swear. And I think Nikki is having some issues with her technical issues right now. She may pop back in and whatnot, but I'm on. Oh, she's back now. Okay. I don't. Let's start talking about. let's get off by design because they're obviously messing up the Wi-Fi for you. But as we do know that next week Diener will face Kushida next week on Impact. You didn't see this match, did you?
I saw this match.
Okay, you did see this match.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was
this
it
is
worth?
the Kushida match that I actually got. Was it worth what?
Watching, like being in the midst of it. Like, was it a good match? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll find out next week.
I mean, no, I think Diener's a good wrestler. I really do. And Kushida's obviously like a multi-talented man.
Right.
But the match itself was good. The match that was the best thing ever was the one that they announced on social media. I don't know if you got a picture of it.
Oh, I have the picture of it.
Okay.
The one you sent in on the OG's chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I have that in here. I believe I made sure because I grabbed it before they put it on Twitter to be exact. And it's
that
in here.
match
It is in here.
It's crazy.
I believe so. Yeah, if you send in the OGs, then I definitely do have them.
I also saw that match that we'll talk about a little later with.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think Nikki's cut out again.
My life.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. It's just tonight of all nights. Why do y'all want to do this on Happy Impact Day? I can't.
Thank God we're not talking about Trey. I would have spazzed.
You would have been. I would have probably heard Nikki yelling in the clubhouse.
No, you did.
So next we had this match with Raja Singh versus Sammy Callahan, which I know Nikki is not a fan of Sammy at all whatsoever. But we had this match. Sammy ended up winning. But did he really win because he was laid out like this? After he thought that Moose was coming out, but it was actually Steve Macklin, and Moose came out behind, and they both seem to be, they're not necessarily saying that they're working together, but they're working together. They have the same enemy, which is Sammy.
Which makes sense. I like, because Macklin, I believe, has a match next week too. Which the tapings are weird, you guys. So they don't do it in order. So this literally happened before. I guess if that's the terminology, would be the correct terminology. Yeah. But I like this. I like that they're like two powerhouses. It does make Sammy Callahan look stronger because it looks like you need two people. Yeah. But you have the darkness on your side and you can like control the lights and shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of unfair. But I do think one of these three men will be facing Josh Alexander down the road. And I'm hoping that it's Steve Macklin.
I
would
mean,
like.
he had his opportunity and he lost.
Okay, well, that happens to a lot of people.
But I feel like Macklin would deserve this a lot more than Moose
No,
would.
definitely. I think Moose is kind of out of the picture.
Hmm.
Okay.
Says this whole feud is going to lead to James Storm returning to the team with Sammy. Well,
I have no comment on that. Can't comment on that because I just remember something. I will say this though. Steve Macklin said that Trey Miguel was his favorite opponent thus far. So I love that. He was answering questions on his Instagram. And that was one of the questions that was asked, and he said Trey Miguel. And I loved their match at Hard to Kill, even though I was very worried. But
I was worried for you because we had this discussion. I was like, man, it really looked like Macklin could have could have taken that title from Trey. Literally, it was just that close. Like it was a really, really good match.
It was scary. When he hit the Meteora, like, I did not think that was it. Like, I was just like,
I thought he was going to kick out or something.
And then when he flew out of the ring, like, it was just, I mean, that man is just immaculate. Like, but Steve Macklin's he's a great competitor. He's good in the ring. He's very skilled. He's dominant. He's terrifying. He just has a way of, like, you'll see. You will see. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I know the weeks are to come. So, as we lead up to as we lead up to Emerge,
Emergency is Friday.
Yep, it is next Friday. So as we move on within the show, of course, we see your favorite people. Well, one of your favorite person, the person you got to meet over the weekend at Sarkaz, Eddie Edwards. They're having a meeting back here, and you are looking for your signing, aren't you?
I am, and it's all the way over there.
Oh God! So they're backstage. They're talking about in regards to their match that they're going to be having with Bullet Club, and of course, as usual, I don't know why Eddie has an issue with my granddaddy. Like, why do you have an issue with my granddaddy? Like, what is the problem? Like, I know you may look at him as the weakest link or whatever, and you're still trying to figure out if he should be, tagging with you guys in this match at Emergence against Bullet Club. But, like, cut the man some slack. He is not human. And he definitely showed that tonight that he was not human. So, what do you think? Do you think that he's going to be tagging like in this match with them, or do you think they're going to utilize someone else? Yes, my granddaddy. That man's been my granddaddy since I saw him wrestle for the first time.
I think, which is so weird to me because
I've been calling him granddaddy.
I do think that we're actually going to get a new member. I think it's going to be Davey Richards.
That would be interesting because go into Summerversary and Dixie Carter introduces Davey.
She did.
And he comes out and he's against No More. So, but because him and Amy are tagged outside of Impact as the Wolves, it says a lot. Franchise says No More wins at Emergence or the H&M girls would tear up.
Oh, you're talking about Missy. That's my girl, Missy and Maggie. They are definitely going to be in Chicago. I'm sad I'm going to be missing. But they are. She showed me. I got the exclusive on her shoes.
Oh.
And they're by Betsy Johnson. I can't let that be known because it was on her story. They are so fire. Like, they're fire. Like I can't wait. She's always how I am with Trey is how she is with Matt Taven. Missy. She can go see him over the weekend as well. And they will run havoc on Chicago if they lose. But no, I think that Honor No More is gonna win. I really do.
But let's just say if they don't include Granddaddy, PCO, do you think that PCO will find a way to kind of ruin this for Honor No More?
Possibly, and then I don't think that we're gonna see. I don't know what's up in the air for Vincent.
True.
Now that everything has kind of settled, we don't know what's gonna happen with ROH. I'm hoping. Excuse me. I hope that we find, I hope we get a weekly show. Like, I'm hoping that something.
I hope so too. I mean, I know they signed Blake Christian, so that's good.
And Claudio has a match for this Saturday. On that
Battle of the Belts 3.
Battle of the Belts.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's going to be main eventing, if not opening the show. Which is a good look. But I think they need to. I think eventually Honor No More together will be there. 100%.
I feel like they should. If they disband in Impact, why not pick up in ROH? Well, I guess once they kind of finalize and establish what their roster is going to be like, and I guess whenever they choose to figure out they're going to have like weekly shows or when they plan on, figuring out all the logistics on that side, then, I don't know, more can probably be over there. You know, doing something over there. I mean, Vincent's already, he was a trios tag title with them over there. So, I mean, why not? I didn't even know that I didn't know the Righteousness was even holding those damn titles, to be honest.
Me neither.
Their deal doesn't expire until BFG, though, according to Maria.
Bound for Glory.
Just want to read acronyms.
Well,
I didn't know what that meant, though. I really didn't. I just
no. Why did I read BMF?
I was like BFG.
I
did not know what that meant. I was just reading.
I read BMF. I literally saw BMF.
Mafia family.
Shout out to the reports that said that we were going to be in Connecticut for Bound for Glory.
You're wrong.
We are not. I feel like Ross gave them that story. I feel like Ross gave a story.
A lot of them
in Connecticut.
Be trolling. We're gonna go to Connecticut.
That's the funniest shit ever. And then we're going to Albany. And then honestly, I'm gonna say 60% right now. I'm gonna say 60% that I will be at Bound for Glory weekend. I'm gonna say.
If Trey is on the card, that's 100%. Right?
You know that? Oh no, 100%.
No, I'm saying
no, 100%, girl. I would go out here and have a fundraiser. Girl, I don't give a damn. Girl, I will sell merch. I will sell socks. I will sell hair bows. I will make cookies, and I'm not even with somebody that gets in the damn. But I will go door to
Miguel cookies or some shit.
Okay, with the T and the M.
Yeah, the whole circle thing.
The whole spray paint.
Yeah.
Child, if I got tattoos, like if I had any tattoos, child, that man's face would be on my arm.
The symbol is hard. I mean, it definitely gives me exorcism, but I like it.
I really want to get it on my nails.
You should. I think your nail design, you probably do that. Do it for when you choose to go. Do like a full Trey Miguel inspired nails.
Yeah, I want to so bad. But listen, for him to be on that card, the rascal has to be on that card.
That is true. He did.
So it makes you think what's gonna happen.
Franchise.
I don't know.
He explanation was that the venue in Kinetic wasn't available for that Friday, which caused the move to Albany. And here we are. Okay. Y'all even like Impact.
I don't understand.
I don't
Like
know.
that's why I tell people: one,
It's
you gotta watch
reports.
what you read from anybody. Two, you have to just wait on.
Anything
Like
can
I
change.
know people like want to get the news out. People want to be the first. People want to be this, and that's cool. But then it just wait. That's why I hate like when people post like the spoilers from the Impact shows because there's no camaraderie. I've used this word so much. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's one of my favorite words at this point.
It's like
Like I've
number 3 right
past
now.
8 weeks, I've used it like I gotta check Grammarly.
It's like
Um,
number 3.
you know, I get my emails where like Grammarly tells me how
Mhm.
good I'm doing and stuff.
It's equivalent to use all in all.
All in all, I don't even use that. I use it tonight in the recap.
I believe
Um,
it.
but there's no like respect
Yeah.
and there's no like prestige that people have. Like I leave these Impact shows and I'm so excited that I even forget what happens half of the time.
I hate that
Like,
though. When they like I know like even when they do for like dark, they do it for like AEW, they do the the spoilers for that, Rampage, the spoilers, all that stuff. I'm like, why can't y'all just let people like watch the show?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you have to put out the spoilers and everything? Or if you even like, I feel like they send people to these shows just so they can get the spoilers and
Mhm.
post it on the website. You're
Yeah.
taking away the viewership from some of these shows, especially like Impact, when a lot of people don't really cater to Impact like that. They
Yeah.
don't care what's really going on. They don't know what the storylines is that's
Yeah.
happening. Only thing they can say is, well, they have great wrestling matches. Do
Yeah.
you even know who these people are?
It's crazy. And it's sad, but it happens and you just move on from it and they know who are there for the shows.
Mm-hmm.
They know who are there for the enjoyment. And I mean, even me, like, yeah, of course, I'm gonna get reels, I'm gonna get videos, but that's still to support the women.
Mm-hmm.
That's still to support Trey.
Yep.
That's still to support the talent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when I go to the shows, I just make my rounds with everybody because whether we get content or not, which we always do, but whether we add that or not, it's still a sense of just I don't think significance would be the word, but just a sense of like, hey, we're here, we respect the product. We
Right.
want you guys to know that, like, even with the whole Madison Rain thing,
Mm-hmm.
I knew that weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a story. Even with Tasha Steeles, I remember when we put out the article, I literally asked Tasha, was she injured? And I
Mm-hmm.
asked her, could we do this? And she was like, go ahead and give them this quote. And we were the first, and it
Mm-hmm.
made Fightful. We were the first to do that. And that's the difference between being someone who is in journalism.
Because they had so many assumptions going on about her being injured and everything.
They did.
And that, like, when I say there were multiple reports, there was multiple reports about she got injured, this and that. She took a nasty fall, and da 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 da. And there was like no follow up behind it. Like nobody even went to go actually check and see if this was actually true.
At all. And thanks to, the team at Crease Squad, now she has her own segment over here
Mhm.
at Women's Wrestling Talk, which is helping us. She's helping us and we're so grateful for that,
Right.
to have that respect and also have Crease Squad is a fun show. So
Mm-hmm.
for her to come in and spend her time uncut and devote her time to a whole segment just shows that other people see what we're doing and it's
Mm-hmm.
all about camaraderie. I had to use it again. It is.
Speaking of camaraderie, whatever that means.
Oh Jesus.
Foot Club is in the building tonight. Oh my god, I miss Jay White with them. I really do. I miss Jay. I miss seeing Jay White with them. I really do. He's over there doing what he's doing in Japan, New Japan, everything. But it's like,
Look at this guy.
I saved the price. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, of course, they've heard that if Honor No More does not win at Emergence, defeat the Bullet Club, then they're no more. They don't get a title opportunity or nothing like that at all whatsoever. And I mean, of course, Bullet Club, they say what they need to say, What a Bullet Club. And ain't none of y'all at Honor No More gonna be able to defeat us, although they have multiple times.
Hey, hold on. Can I say something?
Proceed. Look at
Didn't
Chris.
Eddie beat Austin last week? I'm
He
confused.
did.
Okay.
I mean, he did.
Just for the record. I mean, I no shade, no tea, no shade.
I mean, he did. He did beat him last week.
Did the Briscoes beat the Good Brothers, or did they have the titles on some?
When?
Who did the Briscoes get the titles from?
Violent by Design.
That's true. That is true.
And
when are the Good Brothers gonna drop though?
Huh?
When are the Good Brothers gonna drop though?
I don't know. I mean, they defeated the Briscoes for those titles. They've been holding on to them since then. They beat them at Slammiversary, to be exact.
Which was crazy.
It was crazy. But
the endings were just like
it was wild. Nothing made sense.
Nothing made sense.
The amount of looking around, I felt like Whitney Houston in the audience looking around trying to see, did y'all see this too? It's like, y'all don't see this?
I was literally looking at Santana after the Briscoes lost and was like,
so what does this mean? So what does that mean? And now we know what it means.
Well, we do that.
I mean, Speedball winning that, I was not expecting that to happen. I thought maybe Ace Austin would have retained. Not that I was for that man, but I thought that he was.
No, I was definitely rooting for Trey, but I kind of figured they weren't gonna put the strap on him that quick.
It's crazy how they went from Trey, Austin, Speedball. They literally started within a match within themselves.
Only had one successful defense.
Literally.
And that was Trey.
And that was against Trey. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, they talked a lot of things. They said a lot of things. And this was before the big LG had his match with PCO. This was the first time ever, I heard them say, the first time ever they had a one-on-one match. This is a Derby City street fight. And I don't like how their ring is built. I will say that. It's like they build a home up under there because PCO went right through there. The whole match was very chaotic. I thought this was a GCW match, to be honest. I mean, everything was coming apart.
I don't even think they showed where the table had flipped.
No, I did not see that.
That was during the commercial. So at Impact,
they imagine what happened during the commercial break with all this.
They have two coinciding tables, right?
Mm-hmm.
One table for commentary, and then the other table is for the announcer and the bell ringer.
Yeah.
They flipped that table over completely, and it was awful. The water bottles fell, the ring bell fell, and the ring bell guys just sitting there looking like,
why?
What? It was awful. I think Gallows had fell into the table, but he fell to where he sat on the table and it flipped. It was hilarious. The whole match was just. It was like two uncles
fighting
that got to arguing at a dominoes game.
Well, technically, it was his granddaddy and his grandson.
Well, yeah, granddaddy and an uncle, maybe. I don't know. Granddaddy and his brother's son got into it. Because I tell you, I had no idea why this match was happening either.
This man rose his hand up like Frankenstein. like just one hand in the air, and I couldn't do anything but laugh. Like it was absolutely hilarious, and he ended up winning though. Like after he used those thumbtacks on his gloves and everything, and he got the win. You know, he really did. Franchise says, well, at least it wasn't like last year in Nashville when the tables did break twice for Swan and Carl. Well, that was a struggle there.
That was a struggle.
Don't you hate when the tables don't break? What kind of table is this? Why is this table not as strong as my relationship? Like, what the hell is going on?
Oh. Ooh, dark time.
Oh, such a dark time.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Memories, but
I don't know where the hell we were for. My God.
But I mean,
after this.
Definitely. I mean, but you saw this match live, so I mean,
it was awful. It was god awful. Everything about it was awful.
Well,
I was into it though.
I believe it. I mean, they were cheering for PCO though. I mean, I heard a kid saying PCO. I don't know where he was, but I heard a kid
go crazy. I think he won a shirt off this match, to be honest. I think he did. He was cheering for. We were cheering for some of the same people. I know he was cheering for Deanna, because that was the one that kept yelling virtuosa. And then there was a group of like high school students that were going crazy, like crazy. So the kids always act up, like, and I love it. I love it.
This is the only time you should bring your kids to the show.
Yeah, not the GCW.
Not with what happened, child. Are you okay?
You know, I'm still not even lying. I'm a little taken back.
I need to go back and watch it and see how it looked on TV though, like how it looked on the camera, because it was crazy.
I'm up for that, but I'm also like, I would go to one more show, but I know I may take another row back.
I thought second row was cool. I mean,
it was fine, but
I thought we had great seats on the second row.
Yeah, but we had great seats, all right. We had safe seats. Okay.
I mean, we had to get the hell up, otherwise we're gonna get otherwise Blake Christian gonna get thrown in us. I
would have moved if I'm gonna tell you now. As soon as I would have seen, if we would have been sitting over there where if he had cracked the glass, I would have been moved. Baby, you wouldn't have to worry about me. I would have been.
I feel like it happened so quickly that I really didn't even pay attention to him picking it up. The only thing I noticed was them hitting him, and then I looked over and this dude's nose is bleeding, like he got bit by a bug or something. Like,
woo, crack.
I just can't imagine. Like, can you imagine that happen in slow motion? Nick was like, "I'm scared." It's like, what are you scared for? Like, what are you scared for? I felt like maybe I was the only one enjoying it. Nick was like, I'm scared.
I was like, I'm a little terrified.
You would have thought that it happened to her.
Oh Lord, I felt so bad for them, but listen, you know what you signed up for.
I told him, listen, you sit on the front row. We were warned not to sit on the front row.
We were.
We prepared ourselves for GCW thanks to Al. She helped us a lot. Shout out to Al. Because Nikki likes to sit on the front row.
I love it.
Well, we didn't know where we were gonna be sitting at. And ain't no telling if we were sitting right there. Cause here we are. So we move on within the show. Next week we do have Carl Anderson versus Kenny King.
Why are we even here? Why are we not getting Kenny King versus Chris Bay?
I don't know what they're looking at. Is that it's already happened?
I must have been with a customer.
The match has already happened.
They matched. They announced this on the show.
Yeah, they did.
I had to be with a customer.
They didn't say why. This is just happening.
Well, I mean, they're going to be teaming, with their team at Emergence, so that makes it sense. But we want Chris Bay versus Kenny King again.
Yeah. Sorry, you get the other way.
And Chris Bay is also in the Bullet Club.
Well, listen, they felt like too much black on black crime. Let's give you some Oreo, and this is what we get. So next week, that is happening. Franchise said front row is the best. Still recover from that Dragon Lee kick from House of Glory. You got kicked in the face? Bless your heart.
Oh, you ain't check on franchise.
Do you have that on video? Because I actually want to see that for research purposes.
Child, that's just like when Trey had landed on Christine. Lord, all I kept saying was, should have been me. Should have been me. Because I would have caught him.
Oh,
he did jump. He did jump at Multiverse though.
Listen, I had enough at Multiverse. Like, nigga would tell you. Listen.
Yeah, I was in the daze.
When they start fighting in front of me, Gallows and the Briscoes. Yeah, y'all need to stay over there. Y'all getting a little too close. Why y'all gotta come over here? Go over there with that mess. Move on to next week. Of course, the contract signing with Josh Alexander and Alex Shelley. Nikki has been preparing me for this because she said it went crazy. So finally, it's happening, and I get to see it and witness this. And I know we're gonna
not no cutouts.
Oh, if they go to commercial, that's messed up.
They shouldn't though.
Why would you go to commercial for this?
From commercial, but yeah, Shelly. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is it's hard to make Josh look like a little boy.
And he did.
Like a pup. Like a chihuahua.
Josh must forgot to shave his head that day or something.
No, Josh just forgot. It's the word for next week is the word, and we probably gonna just title it next week. The word for next week is remembrance.
Okay,
and that's gonna be same for that match we see with the women too.
Jesus Christ. Franchise said, "Listen, Rev Run Hunt versus Jay Bougie, no barricades was wild itself being front row." Oh, well, GCW had no barricades either. So here we are. We survived the madness. Also, next week we will have Mike Bailey versus Rocky Romero for the X Division Championship.
Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready, baby. I'm telling y'all, I loved Trey and Speedball's match. This comes neck and neck.
Now that she paused in the middle of saying neck and neck. I think the internet has got Nikki again. Hopefully she does come back and explain how this got neck and neck. But
did you hear me? Well, I meant what I said.
Please. I'm screaming.
I thought I wanted to.
You're good. I can see you moving now. It's a long night, y'all. But this is happening next week. Well, I heard you, but it looks like you're leaning over. Okay, now I see you moving. Franchise said this goes neck and neck with Speedball, LA Angels, or his match at AAO.
I'm not sure, but I know it's neck and neck with Speedball and Trey. Definitely definitely will go down as match. Like this match is gonna go down as match of the year. One of them. One of them.
I'm actually gonna see some people's list this year for that. But of course, with that,
Listen. Oof.
this was announced tonight that Jack Evans will take on whoever wins between Mike Bailey and Rocky Romero for the X Division Championship at Emergence. Emergence is looking pretty good. To be honest, I will say that. I mean, the batch cards that they've been dropping and have been building towards, I'm thoroughly excited to see what transpire. Although this is happening at the same time Friday Night SmackDown comes on. And,
Crazy.
I'm about to double, triple screen everything at this point.
At this point.
But yeah, that match happens. Whoever wins
'Cause
between them.
You know who's reported to return that night too? Charlotte Flair.
That is true.
Charlotte Flair has reported that she is supposedly supposed to be returning on August the 12th.
Well, I will believe when I see her.
I will too.
I will.
Yeah, she might come this Friday.
I mean, who knows?
She needs it. It ain't no interruption.
There ain't nothing happening anyway. Maybe not. Someone put an APB out on Jack Evans and made sure not to have a match prior to Emergence.
Because last time he got injured at GCW.
Because he literally was supposed to be at the Summerversary match, and he went all out, and here we are. So hopefully he doesn't do absolutely nothing.
Went all out is crazy.
By next week. He did. Hopefully he doesn't do anything by next week. Put that man in a room and lock the door.
I ain't getting ready for a Monster Ball match.
Whatever he getting ready for it, he don't need to do nothing. Put his food on the door and knock when he hungry. There you go. But that was pretty much all for the men in regards to getting ready for Emergence and what's happening next week for the men, as well as what happened on tonight's show for the men. Now we're going on to the women. BTI, Savannah Evans with Tasha still in the corner versus Alicia before the Impact. I've seen these two wrestle before. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm still mad that I just can't seem to be around when Savannah is wearing her blue gear, because that blue is it looks so good on her, and Alicia's gear looked really good as well. And of course, these ladies, they went on to put out a good match per usual. And Savannah ended up winning this match, right?
She did.
Okay. She did. And of course, Tasha Steele's out there as usual with her. I don't really have much to say about this match because I pretty much seen them wrestle before. I just like
the purpose of them again on BTI, again facing each other, again. Like, I don't know what this means. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what they're doing with Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really like. I'm curious to see if Savannah is going to eventually turn on. If Alicia's gonna, Savannah's gonna on Tasha. God, Jesus.
Just won't let Nikki be great. I tell you that much. I don't know. Maybe Savannah will turn on Tasha soon. Who really knows what's going to transpire? I'm definitely enjoying their duo together. I'm happy to see Savannah wrestling a lot more. And I want her to wrestle more other people outside of Alicia and actually be on a card on TV and wrestle and everything, and not be put on BTI and stuff like that. But it is what it is. So with the first women's match of the night, we had Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, versus Rosemary with Taya and Jessica at ringside. Of course, I mean, Rosemary and Deanna, they put on amazing matches. They have so much chemistry inside of the ring. But it seems like Jessica was mixing a few words with Deanna and literally cost Rosemary the match by not getting down in the midst of Rosemary getting the pin on Deanna. And Deanna ended up finishing off her in a roll up. And it's just like, Jessica, you ruined this for Rosemary. Literally, you really did. You honestly did. How dare you? But nonetheless, there's no Chelsea Green out here tonight. Nobody interfered, none of that nature. It was just besides Jessica distracting the referee because she didn't know how to get down as Ty was trying to help her out. But I don't know. I mean, Deanna wins. And do you feel like this really gives them the advantage going into Emergence?
No. And the only reason I say that is because it proves that Vex is still the most dominating tag team, the greatest two women in women's wrestling right now. And Deanna didn't need a whole gang of people. She didn't even need Chelsea out there. Of course, Chelsea had prior engagement, so she wasn't at the taping, which she was upset, and I was upset too. Because I literally wrote her on Instagram, and I was just like, I come to the show and you're not here. She's like, oh my God. And of course, we had a great conversation at StarCast. We literally parked our car, and Chelsea was getting out of her Uber. And she was like, I was waiting to let you go.
Can't even see.
Girl, you're intent. You're intent.
How
the hell are we going? She's always sweet. She's always she name dropped somebody. I'm not gonna say their name, but she did name drop. And she made it clear that yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. But it was very funny. It was very funny. I love Chelsea. Chelsea is such a sweet, sweet person. And so cool, so dominating, so such a. If I had to give one wrestler a humanitarian award, I would give it to Chelsea Green.
I don't see how people dislike her though. Like,
I don't either.
How? How can you dislike her? Like, what was that?
That was me trying to blow smoke out of my ears.
I am screaming. I am screaming.
I'm really mad though, because if you guys check out the reels that I put on Women's Wrestling Talk, I didn't get an entrance of Deanna because I was screaming so loud. And I put my phone up, and at the show, for those that don't know, because I can't wear the shirt anymore, I have to get some new merch. That is a sign that's signed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is signed. I don't know why I didn't get Trey to sign my shit. I
know. I'm distracted.
Oh, child, listen. Listen. Okay. But overall, like, Rosemary and Deanna went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they put on a great match. And of course, I mean, Rosemary had some things to say, and we'll see. But I don't think this gives. I think it gives them slight momentum, but I think we definitely are going to see them get those titles. If not, like Chelsea said, we're just going to wait till I'm at the show. Deanna was like, I'm not waiting for shit. Okay, I'm not waiting on you. Chelsea literally said that they would wait until I'm there. And
Deanna's like, who?
I don't give a damn. No.
Screaming. It was crazy. But we did get a backstage segment because Rosemary was still feeling some type of way about losing the match and Jessica interfering and stuff like that, distracting the referee and literally costing her the match. And so I guess they sort of made amends, and Rosemary, she's just not feeling it. I don't feel like Rosemary is feeling. I mean, Taya tried to do her best. Jessica pleaded and said, it's not going to happen again. I don't know. Could Jessica be the problem?
Am I in the drama? No. I think Rosemary is gonna have a panic attack, and she's just gonna freak out, and she's gonna lay out Taya, and then they're gonna have a feud.
So we go right back to where it sort of all began with these two.
What's a great way to not like? Because honestly, how long is Taya Valkyrie gonna be in this company?
That's true.
Let's just be honest. She has a lot of different engagements.
She has a match tonight, actually.
She could be dethroning Camille.
She could.
Who knows? She could spend more time over at NWA, and let's just be honest. She could also enter herself into that Invitational Cup, So anything is possible. But I would like to see Rosemary and Taya get a one-on-one, because Rosemary never asked for Taya's help.
No, she didn't.
Never did.
She never did. Taya just kind of.
I think Franchise was actually at that show when that happened. But here we are.
You might be. Let's move on because we're talking about more champions. Jordan Grace was backstage talking to Gia Miller. Oh, Lord Miller. Gia Miller, who I'm so ready to see her new hair.
I know.
I'm so excited. Now that I see her hair, I hate the dullness of the brown. I'm just like, it's like gives her a lot of body, a lot of personality. But Gia asked her about Mia in regards to like her being a champion and going back down that road of facing someone who was once Impact women's champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more so like, is Jordan ready for Mia? I mean, she admires her. She said that she's one of the best wrestlers in the world, but she's going to treat Mia as an obstacle. Like this is an obstacle. Mia is going to be treated like one, and she's planning on retaining, whether you're a friend or not. She plans on treating Mia like an obstacle, and I don't know. I think I'm ready for this match. I'm ready to see what Mia pulls out the arsenal with Jordan Grace. What do you think? Like this, like does Jordan seem like is this really going to be an obstacle course for her with Mia?
Okay. I think Jordan's a transitional champion.
Why do you think that?
Because I have to answer it with a question. You think that they've let Mia Yim come this far to lose?
I mean, she could have easily won Queen of the Mountain. She could have. She was really close to winning. Honestly, Deanna and Chelsea were out. They weren't getting up anymore. Tasha somewhere. And it pretty much really just left like Mia and Jordan. And I see Franchise said all roads leads to Jordan and Masha. Well, we're gonna get to Masha Rose in the next segment. But I mean, I would hope that they would not do that to her. I hope not. I would hope that Mia does get a chance to hold this title in this new refreshed, revived person that she is, and we before we even get to that, they showed a video clip, of Mia and Madison Rain and Gail Kim, who we actually will get to in a few seconds. But I don't know, like if Jordan is a transitional champion, it was nice holding that title, Jordan. I hope you find something else to do. I think Jordan is a great talent. I really think she is, but man, her reign is gonna be real short, real bland, nothing too exciting about it.
You think you
Hmm?
do think she's gonna drop?
I feel like honestly, maybe Tasha still would want to get her payback somehow, some way.
You think she's gonna cost her?
She could.
Mm, I don't know. I don't see those two having interactions. I think Tasha has. Well, not gonna say that. You'll see it. You'll see. Because I almost said something. Shit. Had to catch myself. You'll see it. You'll see where Tasha. You'll see where Tasha Steele has her mindset.
Really? I
In a
feel
few,
like I would just keep saying some things, and I feel like Nikki is like, if she was not paying attention to what she was saying, she probably would have kind of supported.
yeah, because I'm over here sending this description. We've had to send in and
Yeah.
everything email. So I'm just
Mhm.
making sure we get that done.
Right.
But yeah, whoo, I don't know, Jordan. I don't think putting the strap on her was good timing. But I do see Mia Yim walking out as the new and 2-time.
You'll
Not
find out next week.
you'll
Or
find
we
out
get
next week.
That's just spoiler
I
alert.
guess Mia Yim been this will be her second reign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And speaking of rain, Lord.
Yeah, speaking of it, but not that kind of rain.
No,
The Quintus, what's her name? The what?
it's
The
essential.
The quintessential Shaw. I mean Giselle Shaw. I mean bloopers.
If you don't know, check out our reel. We had
Y'all
an
understand
amazing
what we talking about.
tell y'all. She's
Y'all-
hilarious.
She is. Giselle Shaw is backstage with Mia. I mean Gia. Oh my God, I keep messing up her name. Gia Miller. Praise the Lord. And she talked about. I mean, of course, Giselle has an X on her face. She received it from Masha, and she faces Masha tonight. And I mean, she looked pretty worried. She really did. She she didn't understand why she was gonna be on this kill wall. She didn't understand why she was chosen. I mean, she Masha had already went through Madison Rain. She had already went through Tennille Dashwood, and Giselle was the last one as of right now that's on the kill wall with the X
Yeah.
on her face. And I mean, of course, we finally get to this. Well, get to this. Giselle Shaw versus Masha Slimmer.
No, you're right. Finally, because we all knew. And
I
said,
was waiting on this. I thought that she was going to give the paper to the envelope to Giselle first, but she
Tennille.
didn't, which was weird. And I was like,
Weird.
okay,
But it makes it story because it makes it seem like Giselle's the reason.
yeah, which she almost was the reason that this kill wall almost ended, because when she pinned her and it literally almost looked like Giselle was going to win it, and Masha kicked out, Giselle was just like, hold on, this bitch is different.
Yeah, she had her like she almost had her.
I thought maybe like when she pinned her, that was like gonna be it, but no, it wasn't. And you can look at Giselle's face and it's just like, oh my God, why the hell
No lie, they would have let Giselle take that though.
That would have been crazy.
Okay.
Masha would have not been happy.
No.
Not at all. But what I will say is that I am happy that they got a longer match.
Yes.
Normally with Masha, she does her kill walls and the people that she wrestle. It's not a long match. It's very squash and it's just like, and it's done. But at least with her and Giselle, they actually got to wrestle. And it allowed people to really see that Masha can actually wrestle inside of Impact instead of you having to watch her like on GCW or other indie promotion shows. You actually get to see her wrestle here, and she's really, really good. And Giselle is an amazing talent as well. So, I mean, I was not mad at this match at all. It was all about just happy the fact that they got time to create something here.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Giselle looked amazing. They sparred well in the ring together. And like franchise says, she is 14-0.
She building
So
an Undertaker defeated on the street. Will she get to 21 and lose? Who can dethrone Sasha Ibrahimovic? Who can? Is it the person that's debuting next week?
I think it's gonna be Killer Kelly.
I mean, I already said, like, you know, she has killer in front of her name. She can kill this kill wall anytime she wants to. But I'm happy that this match was a lot longer than expected. So I'm happy about that. And of course, like we said, Killer Kelly does make her debut next week. Nikki,
This is hard.
it's hard as fuck, right? Yeah.
Dang.
They're going big for Shorty.
They is.
They going all out.
We got content.
I don't know who she's wrestling, but I think Nikki, you have to see who she wrestles. But everybody else who doesn't know, like myself, you find out next week. Was her as a splash match?
Yes.
Thank you for your time. Simple as that. Short, quick, and straight to the point.
I have a 30-second reel.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Not even long enough to create something?
Actually, hold on, because I already prepped it, because I thought they were going to pull some bullshit tonight. I really did, because they didn't announce their match last week.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, just kidding. It's 1:12. And majority of it is entrances.
Oh, wow.
And someone on commentary.
That's interesting. But yeah, Killer Kelly makes her in-ring debut next week. So I hope you guys are excited for that. But nonetheless, let's get to our last part of the women. Of course, like we said, we did see from the champion Jordan Grace earlier, but we get to see from the challenger Mia Yim talking to Gia Miller. What? Madison Rayne, who did double duty for those who don't realize that Impact taped their shows.
And for those that watched Dark tonight, who knew that was happening?
She was out there talking to, Jade approached her and everything, and maybe we're probably gonna be seeing Jade and Madison Rayne somewhere down the line, honey. I don't know. Madison Rayne might be the one to dethrone and beat Jade's undefeated streak. But who knows? But at this time, Madison Rayne is still down at Impact. Double duty. Yes, she is. For those who, like I said, don't believe that this is taped already. Same thing with NWA. Alondra Blaze was down there in NXT and NWA.
Why they didn't call that woman Medusa?
They're not gonna call that woman. None no more. But yeah, so I mean, Madison Rayne, of course, this is history right here. This is where Mia Yim won her first championship in Impact by defeating Gail Kim and Madison Rayne in a triple threat match for that title. And Madison Rayne, like I said, was not happy. She's trying to figure out, why does Mia Yim get this title opportunity. She had to, a broken nose, reconstruct her nose and everything. And, we go back again. And wow, is this a spoiler? Is this a spoiler, French? I can't. But Madison and Mia will be having a match next week against each other. And
the fact that you had to screenshot this and they didn't have a freaking graphic is crazy.
That's awful. That's my ice maker.
Oh.
My ice maker.
Any predictions? We know who franchise is going with.
Girl, I'm going with Mia Yim, per usual, as always. I'm going with the HBIC, of course. Shout out to Madison, though. If this is her farewell, I will definitely have my pictures ready to send her off. It's been a long day without you, my friend.
I
And I
teared
tell
up.
you all about it
I was there, but I'm gonna predict Madison. That's just a prediction. Like I'm
First,
not
I
there.
said it's in the car. LOL. Madison is gone after this. Are you happy that she's going, franchise? Like, do you like not like where's this animosity coming
I
from?
like the tone right now against Madison Rain.
Like, are you out? Like, you don't like Madison Rain? What's the issue?
I just
What
remember
happened?
top five.
That man,
Top five
Madison Rain, ladies and gentlemen.
coming soon. Coming soon. Oh, never mind.
Lord.
And I caught my.
But-
Woo!
I have no issue with Madison cut it out. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you kind of came in a little strong. You was like, Madison's taking that win list. We like, you had no faith in her.
I'm gonna hit you.
Her.
I'm gonna hit you in the private. What I was about to say.
Oh God, you have no faith in that woman. You came in a little too strong for me. I tell you that much. But no, we did not. But that ends our Impact post show, of course. You putting up the church thing like you have something to say.
No, I don't have anything to say.
So I thought she was gonna like get a church thing like.
It's reminding myself warning.
Yeah, I mean we've been waiting on that, but oh well, I guess it's not happening. No, not for next week. Taking the L for sure. That's crazy. That's wild. No faith in Madison Rain. She's a legend in Impact Wrestling. She's been around for a very, very long time with that company. He does not give a damn. She's taking it.
Oh,
it is awful. It is awful. But like I said, that does bring us to the end of our Impact Wrestling post show. Huh?
I think you did great.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn it back over to you next week. This is
listen, dude, you gonna get the same show you got Monday.
Damn, do I need to do Monday Night Raw too?
You can't listen.
We got a flip flop. I do Monday Night Raw. You can do Impact. Impact is your saint.
No, it is.
Okay,
it is.
We'll lift our hands in the sanctuary of Impact Wrestling. Okay.
Oh Jesus.
We lift our hands to give you the praise. Okay.
Okay.
And we will praise you for the rest of our
days. We will praise you for the rest of our days. Yes.
I know that's right.
Yes, Lord.
For the rest of your days. We gotta play that gospel song. Okay. I'm gonna bring the little gospel up on here for Impact Wrestling, Lord. Because sometimes I feel like we might need it next week for Josh Alexander.
I don't think
I don't think they are either. I'm not ready either because I don't even know what the hell's gonna happen, but I'm excited. Yeah, so I guess continue on with the rundown for today. Today is Friday, of course. Oh, you want to do the rundown? I'm sorry, let me step back. Oh, you don't want. All right then. Well, since I'm in hosting duties for the night, I guess that's huh?
Keep it cute.
What do you mean? I got this. So of course, Friday Night SmackDown with me and Stephanie. Well, Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage with me and Stephanie. I believe we're gonna do the predictions for Battle of the Belts, even though it's not that much of a big match card. But we're just doing it anyway because it's a part of AEW. Of course, Saturday don't have any shows. But make sure you guys check out all of our other post shows and other shows that we do have on here, like the news, like Pre-Squad, Dishing Indies and stuff like that. Of course, on Sunday, as you know, Turnbuckle Glam will be now bi-weekly. So we're going to be returning Sunday, August the 7th. We're still at 5 o'clock, right? Or are we moving up?
I mean, yeah. As of now, I mean, I think, honestly, like, I think that, I mean, I would like to do it in the day just to have the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. But then again, I do feel like it's a good time for everyone. Like, I feel like people get settled in around that time. It's Sunday. So, yeah, we're going to keep it at 5 p.m. Central.
Okay. So August 7th and August 21st will be Turnbuckle Glam Days. Since it's now bi-weekly, 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Right here on Twitch. And, of course, the week rolls back in over until Monday with Monday Night Raw post-show. With, of course, the Salt Shakers, me and Nikki. Tuesdays, no Dishing Indies because that show is bi-weekly as well. But you can check out the news that is, I think they're only doing Mondays and Thursdays. I'm unsure, but I would definitely check back in. But make sure you just follow our Twitch, subscribe to our Twitch, turn those post notifications on so that you keep up when every time we go live here. To be exact, on Wednesdays, of course, it's AEW post show with, of course, currently Al and Nikki for right now. And then on Thursdays, roll back again with, of course, the Salt Shakers with Impact Wrestling, where I don't know, Nikki's gonna roll back over into hosting.
We have Creek Squad too next week.
We do have Creek Squad next week, and we also do have NXT 2.0 and NXT UK with Stephanie and Katrina, what you saw earlier on Thursday. And then, of course, roll back around again for Friday Night SmackDown and Rampage. And of course, next week, no show on Saturday, no show on Sunday. But you guys can definitely follow us on social media, WWE Talk Pod, on all social media platforms. Make sure, like I said, subscribe and follow our Twitch channel because we are exclusively here for all things women's wrestling or wrestling in general. And then, of course, after the shows go live on here, they go up on YouTube where you can go watch there, or you come back here and watch, share with your friends. Please run up our views, you guys. We are doing absolutely amazing. Continue to follow, continue to share and support Women's Wrestling Talk. You guys can, of course, Google me, Drian Santana, Draue. As for Nikki, you can find her on all social media platforms, preferably Twitter, at Nikki Bougie. Everywhere you can find her that way. And of course, check out our website, WWE Talk Pod, where we drop articles every single day. When I say every day, every day. Make sure you guys follow us there. And thank you guys once again so much for hanging out with us for your Impact Wrestling with, of course, the only dominating tag team in Women's Wrestling Talk history, the Salt Shakers. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Let's get loud.
Ciao.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.